What's up, everybody? I'm HoopsandHipHop, and today is my turn to do the Who Wants to Battle tag. Now, you've probably seen a couple of these already, but if you haven't, this tag was created by Birdkeeper Toby as a way for basically both creators and viewers to get to know new creators and get to know the creators that they already follow a little bit better. Basically what I'm going to be doing is answering a few questions about myself and my channel. I'm going to recommend someone who has less subscribers than me that you guys will love, and then I'm going to tag 3 people who I want to also do this tag. So without further ado, let's just get right into it. Question 1 is, how did you get that mascot? Now, my mascot is Cyndaquil. That's not entirely evident because Cyndaquil has not popped up on my channel that much because I do remixes, but he has started to make more of an appearance. He is in my intro that you just saw at the beginning of this video, and he is going to be appearing a lot more pretty soon, and I will get into that a little bit more later. But I really don't have a special story as to why Cyndaquil is my mascot. He's my favorite Pokemon. That's mainly why he's my mascot. I don't really have a special reason as to why he is my favorite Pokemon. He was my first starter that I chose in my first playthrough of Silver version way back in the day, and Gold and Silver are my favorite games. And about a year or two ago, when I was thinking about who my favorite Pokemon is, Cyndaquil just always came to mind. And I just really like Cyndaquil. I love Typhlosion, and in my opinion, Quilava is one of the few mid-stage starter Pokemon who doesn't look derpy at all. He just looks awesome, and so that is why Cyndaquil is my favorite Pokemon, and that's why he's my mascot. Question 2, respond to your most popular comments. Well, fortunately, by and large, the large majority of my comments are positive. I get things like, this remix is awesome, great job, keep going. Like, these comments mean the world to me. I could be having the worst day, and if I get one single comment like that, it just means the world to me. It's what I work so hard for. I work day and night to produce remixes that you guys love, and so comments like that really mean the world to me. Other comments I get are like, will you remix this theme? Will you remix that theme? And I genuinely try to remix songs that people request, and I have done a couple of them. However, I kind of take it on a case-by-case basis. If it's a song that I really feel inspired to do at that point, then I'm genuinely gonna go for it. However, if it's a song that I'm just not feeling at that time, I kind of have to put it on the shelf because I gotta do what I'm inspired to do. That's how I'm gonna make the best content. So don't feel bad if you request a song and it doesn't get done, because I look at every single one of them and I consider them. It just basically depends on how I feel about that song personally. Question 3, what was your best Pokemon moment of 2015? My best Pokemon moment of 2015 was definitely when I ran into Birdkeeper Toby, or rather I should say when he ran into me. The reason I say this is because he has kind of carried me into the Pokemon YouTube community, and he has introduced me to so many people that are now good friends and that I'm working with right now, and it has really helped the growth of my channel a ton. So the story goes that back in March or April, I get a comment on one of my remixes from this kid named Toby, and he says in the comment that he is starting up a Pokemon YouTube channel and he wants to know if he can use my music. And I've had these type of comments before where people ask to use my music, and I always just say, yeah, as long as you give me credit, go for it. And so that's what I told Toby. I didn't really think much of it. However, once I checked out his channel, and this was before it launched, he had a little preview video up, and I checked out the preview video, and I could instantly tell that he was serious about this. And you guys kind of know the rest of the story from there. He has exploded. He has done really well for himself. He's got almost 30,000 subscribers. He hasn't even been on YouTube for a year yet, which is absolutely insane. And so I am just really glad that he did find me, because it's been really cool to be, in a way, his partner, where I do provide most of the music for his channel, and I have since the very beginning, even before his channel started, and so that has been really cool. Also, like I mentioned, he has brought me into the community. He has helped grow my channel a lot by introducing me to a lot of other people, which has been awesome, and so I'm really grateful that he has kind of brought me along for the ride, so to speak, and I'm really glad that I was able to meet such a cool guy and such a great friend through YouTube. Question 4. What do you think the next mainstream Pokemon game will be and why? Well, I mean, there isn't really anything else I can say besides Pokemon Z. I've watched a ton of these tag videos. I don't think one person has said something besides Pokemon Z or X2, Y2, for instance. However, I am going to throw a little bit of a curveball because I do like to be a little bit different from the crowd. I do think it's going to be Pokemon Z. I also think there's a chance for X2, Y2. But my gut is telling me to lean towards either X2, Y2 or Pokemon Z / a Pokemon Yellow remake. And I know Birdkeeper Toby made a video about why it's not going to happen. I'm going to respectfully disagree for the following reasons. Number 1 is the obvious one, that it's the 20th anniversary of Pokemon next year, so it's a great time to remake Pokemon Yellow. The second reason is the big one, and this comes from a video made by Michael from MandJTV Pokevids, where he talks about how in the data for the 6th gen games, X, Y, Omega Ruby, and Alpha Sapphire, there is an identifying number that is attached to each Pokemon that identifies which game they come from. So they can be, I guess, tracked between the games as you trade them. And there are 2 numbers. The numbers go, I believe, 25, 26, 27, 28. And then there are 2 numbers after that, 29 and 30, that haven't been used yet. And these numbers are specifically for identifying games that Pokemon come from. So these 2 numbers are identifiers for 2 games. We know one of them is going to be the Pokemon Z Zygarde game, but what is the other one going to be? Is it going to be X2, Y2? I think that's possible given the numbers. I also think it could be Pokemon Z, Pokemon Yellow remake, because, like I said, it's the 20th anniversary. You've got that open slot there, and I just think that it fits because we had the ORAS remakes, the 3rd gen remakes, and we got Gen 1 remakes the same time that Gen 3 came out, and that was to incorporate the Kanto Pokemon into Gen 3 because there wasn't a way to transfer the Pokemon over from Gen 2 and Gen 1 to Gen 3. And so I think that it makes sense from that standpoint, and also it would be the perfect way to bring Mega Evolution into the Kanto games. We've already had several Kanto Pokemon receive Mega Evolutions, but we don't have Mega Evolution being incorporated into the story of the Gen 1 games, and I think it would be the perfect chance next year because we're in the 6th gen where the 3rd gen received remakes, and the 3rd gen and the 1st gen happen at the same time in the timeline. So I think the stars are just aligning for it. Anything could happen. They certainly threw us a curveball with Black 2 and White 2, but that's personally just what I think about it. Question 5. What can your viewers expect in 2016? Well, let me tell you guys, 2016 is the year that I am pushing hard for, really hard for, to be the year for my channel. And I would describe what you guys can expect in 2 words: expansion and collaboration. What I mean by expansion is that I am going to be broadening my horizons and exploring different fields of YouTube entertainment. I am definitely not going to shy away from remixes, because remixes, as long as I am on YouTube, will always be the first and foremost priority on my channel. However, I'm going to expand into other places because I feel like that's the best way for me to grow. And that brings in the second word, collaboration. I'm going to be doing a ton of collaborations with other YouTubers in the coming year, and that's going to be part of the expansion. So I am way excited. I have been busting my butt preparing stuff for the end of this year and into next year, because this is kind of going to be the next phase of my channel. And so I've been busting my butt. The last couple nights have turned into mornings. That's how much I have been working on it. I have been staying up super late working on stuff for this next era of my channel, and you guys should be really excited because I definitely am too. Question 6. What advice would you give to someone starting out on YouTube? I have been doing YouTube for over 3 years now, and so I definitely have a lot of advice I can offer. And when I think about that, it comes down to a few major points. The first point is follow your passion. YouTube takes a ton of work and a ton of dedication, and so it's so important to follow your passion, because that is the only thing that you are going to be willing to put that much dedication and time into. Also, from a viewer perspective, doing what you love is going to be the best thing that is going to attract viewers, because whatever your passion is, it's the thing that you enjoy doing the most out of anything else. And your viewers are going to notice that, and they are going to enjoy watching you because you're having fun. If you're doing something that is simply just a popular thing to do that you're not as invested in, people are going to notice that, and they're not going to be as interested as if you're doing something that you really care about and that you are really just excited about and you generally are invested in. The second point is to work. Like I said, YouTube takes a ton of work, and you have got to be prepared for that. You have got to be prepared to dedicate yourself and to put in the time that it takes for you to succeed on YouTube. There is a saying that I like to go by, that in order to make your dreams come true, you have to become addicted to the work that it takes to make them come true. And I think that is so true, because you have to crave working on bettering yourself and becoming better in what you do if you really want to succeed. And it also takes sacrifice. It definitely takes sacrifice. There will be times where you'll have chances to go hang out with your friends or watch a movie or just other random stuff that you kind of have to slow down, stop yourself and say, what do I really want to do? Do I want to watch this movie, or do I want to work at becoming better at what I do on YouTube, or anything for that matter? It really takes a lot of sacrifice, a lot of dedication, and you have to make time for it. We all live busy lives. There's going to be so many times where you can say, I don't have time, it's too late, stuff like that. But if you really are addicted to the work that it takes to make your dreams succeed, you've got to make time. It doesn't matter if you don't have time, you've got to make it. You have got to stay up till 6 in the morning when you don't have the day to work on YouTube. You have got to spend 12 hours on your day off working on YouTube or whatever else it is, because that might sound like a lot, but that's really what it takes. And if you're truly passionate about something, you are willing to put in that time. And the third thing is to make friends. Making friends is always a good thing, and on YouTube it's especially good because it gives you the chance to collaborate with other people. And collaborating with other people is what gets you noticed, and it's what helps you grow the most. The thing about YouTube is that it's so big and there are so many creators that I like to think of it as a giant pile of garbage with different diamonds in the rough. And you could be the biggest diamond in the rough, but when you start out on YouTube, you're at the bottom of the trash pile, buried under all of this garbage, and it's all about making it to the top of the pile of garbage so you can be noticed. And the way you do that is by getting yourself on as many different channels as possible. And so that's why collaborating is so important, because it gets you noticed, and it also helps you make friends who, it's really just a great experience to make friends on YouTube, because you get to work together, you get to share a passion, and it just makes the whole YouTube experience so much more fun. Question 7. What has your favorite Pokemon video of 2015 been? I definitely have to go with Ovi's theory on Looker. That video is the video that I got most excited about, and that completely blew my mind. Like, I've seen plenty of YouTube theories and Pokemon theories and Zelda theories and whatever, and I had not been that blown away by a theory since I first started watching theory videos. Like, he tied that theory together so well and made it so undeniable that you just have to accept that theory as fact. And he climaxed his video editing. He also did a really good job with it, because he did a really good job of climaxing the video and presenting what he had in a really cinematic way. I will definitely link the video in the description. I'm also going to put an annotation somewhere on the screen. Definitely go check out that video and subscribe to Ovi, because in my opinion, he's one of the best, if not the best, Pokemon theorist on YouTube. And finally, question 8. Not really a question, but recommend a tuber with less subscribers than you that your audience will love. I am going to recommend David G. Burns, and I cannot recommend him enough. He does animations, more particularly he does Pokemon animations, and they are really, really well done. He does this he does this series called Pokemon Travel Guide, where he goes to a different Pokemon town each episode and just does a short animation on it, and it's really well done. He also has other videos like What If Pokemon Were in Jurassic Park, which is absolutely an amazing video that you need to check out. And I have worked with him a lot, and you will be seeing collaborations with us in the future. He's the guy that did my intro, and so he really deserves a lot of credit, and he deserves more subs. So definitely go check him out. You will not regret it. And finally, it's time for me to tag 3 people. First off, I'm going to tag David Burns. Secondly, I'm going to tag my fellow remixer, Mewmore. You're up, buddy. And thirdly, I'm going to tag Sleepy Jirachi. I don't think Sleepy has been tagged yet. So if you haven't been tagged, Sleepy, be sure to do this video. I'm sure we would all love to watch what you have to say about these different questions. And that is pretty much it. There's going to be a remix coming next week. It's definitely going to be worth the wait. So in the meantime, I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I will see you with the next one. Thanks for watching.